Before this video begins, I'd like to give a special thanks to the people on screen for supporting me on Patreon. Hello and welcome to some more Sega GT Part 21, and I apologize for the last part where the game audio was very quiet. I didn't actually realize it was that quiet until I watched the video back. Didn't sound that quiet to me listening to it, but, you know, I guess recording things you gotta keep in mind. It's not always going to be what you think it is. But in today's part, we're going to be doing the last of the light car events over in the racing area, and I thought today we'd use a car that I've had for a little bit of a while but haven't actually used yet. The Toyota Celica SS2 Super Strut Package. Still love that name, the fucking Super Strut Package. And, you know, it was one of the cars I thought about using because it's, you know, it's a fairly decent car with a good amount of stock horsepower. Probably would have been better for the last event, especially because there was one in there, but oh well. It's a bit late for that now. Holy crap, this thing can get a lot of extra power. This is like stage 3. That's like, you add in the muffler, it'll make about 400 horsepower. I'm gonna go for about here because that's right at close enough to 300 horsepower. Kind of the range I want to put this car at. And I'll give it some really good tires. Hopefully I won't need to put any transmission in this car like I did for the Pulsar off screen, because I redid the event because I didn't get first in all of them. But now, of course, I have done so you can see the red ribbons there. But of course, today we're going to be doing the one-make light car race with 3 tracks, of course, as always, around Solid Circuit, Sky Peak Hill, and Snowy Mountain Reverse. Again, as usual, $3,000 for winning the race, $1,000 for pole position and qualifying, and a $30,000 championship. So not as much as before, where it was $50,000, but still a respectable $30,000. Now, I probably should have put some of the better tires on. Oh well, it's a bit late for that. But all that matters is I want to just see how this car gets on. That should be a bit of an interesting car to drive because it's front-wheel drive rather than all-wheel drive or rear-wheel drive. So it really shouldn't have much issues in the way of like getting this car around corners. It won't really try to like snap out much or anything because, you know, front-wheel drive, you can't. That's not really gonna happen. Yeah, it's looking okay speed-wise. I'd say we probably shouldn't have too much of an issue besting that fastest lap. Ooh, that went a little bit wider. I think I probably should have let off a little bit earlier. There we go. That wasn't actually too bad around there. Oh, get off the wall. Don't brush. I entered it a little too early. Well, that was terribly botched as a result, but we still are gonna beat the fastest lap by just a little bit. Of course, by that point, you usually are always well within the clear of getting the pole position, which I did even with those faults by still over a second. So we are definitely in the clear now. Because the Celica is one that I unlocked, I'm actually curious if this one technically counts as a special color. It doesn't really look like it because it's kind of just like a gray kind of color. It kind of just looks standard, really. But as far as I know from the event that I got the car from, it's the only color you ever get it in, so I'd be more than inclined to believe. Or it could just be that this is literally the only version of this car is this one fucking color. Oh glory. Maybe I should have just gone with that Honda Integra that I got from the last episode, because then you would have seen some other fucking colors. So yeah, welcome to the everyone literally is quite literally the same car, right even down to the color. I'm not surprised they took off better because I suspect this is the point of the game where the AI cars really start putting a lot of extra stuff into those cars, which is probably why they get off the line better. But I just like to kind of keep it where I'm at because I'm still winning races with it, so not really too much of a reason to worry about it right now. What is reason to worry about is how much I'm fucking botching this. I would like to not keep doing that. It's fine, it's fine. We still got 2 more laps. Okay, that's fine. It's fine. Nothing to no sweat, nothing to worry about. I can see I'm already up to 5th again. I'm closing in on 4th. Also, this fucking mouse thing. I would like to figure out how to get rid of the mouse icon whilst using Demule in full screen. That would be nice. But alas, I can't. I don't know. I do not know how you manage to get rid of it completely without just moving it off screen, somewhat off screen like that. Okay, actually running into the back of that, so look, I kind of helped slow me down enough. They definitely seem to have that acceleration at this coming off of stuff like that. Of course, I take that corner better. So yeah, there's definitely a good chance here. So, because I started this lap pretty much in last place, and now I'm up to 3rd. So, and as I'm already closing in on the others here. I'm just better to keep this thing in 5th coming through here. Yeah, I didn't really have much else of a choice with the angle I was coming in from there, but it worked, so that's all that matters. Excuse me. There we go. I really wanted to like kind of hit the handbrake to get the really good angle from there. Seemed to work really nicely with this car, so that's a very good benefit. Yeah, bad line. Bad line. Oh, it doesn't matter. I've still won. So you still even just edged out my previous lap, and yeah, there you go, 2:54.6. So we even managed to get a slight bit of a distance for the end of that. So that's nice. So we get our 3,000 from that, and ooh, the sponsor money this time is actually pretty good, 2,500. So that's where you can make a lot of that extra money that you don't get from the championship bonus for this time around. So if we think about that, that's on this screen alone, that's about $17,500 already. Because you know, you take 2 of those, so 5,000, 1,000, 1,500. 17,500, and then there's this screen with 2 more. So yeah, 22,500 just from sponsors. That's really damn good. So this one is definitely like one that's probably worth coming back to every now and then, because I'm pretty sure in the other one it was only 1,000, I think, for or maybe this is just a hunch. I have no idea this is actually the case, and I don't think it is, but maybe the amount you get just depends on the class of car you're in. Because the last one I was in a Pulsar, which is a B-class car in this game, and then I'm in the Celica here, which is an A-class car. I don't know. Maybe there's something behind it. I'll have to fight. I guess I'll eventually find out the more I play through this game here. So we'll probably find out together. It's gonna be like an adventure that no one wanted. Man, that section always gets so fucking bumpy. Just the car just hopping up and down. Just the amount that it's just kind of like going there. It's just really silly. Yeah, I kind of shifted too early there. It's just always when it kind of looks like it's getting to the red line, kind of always fools you sometimes to shift way earlier than you really need to be. But it doesn't matter. We still crushed that fastest lap, and we're starting in first by almost 5 seconds. So I don't think we should have the same kind of troubles that we did over at Solid Circuit with me driving like a jackass, because this time it looks like the car is definitely much more in the favor of it's going to be good enough to basically wipe the floor and leave it all sparkly clean without a speck of dirt. And I've just been bumped, which helps. And yeah, so you can notice there, just like some sections, I've never understood why games like feel like they need to let the AI let off in some cases. Like, I guess here makes a little bit of sense, but that the area just before the long right-hander that we just passed, if you were paying attention, you might have noticed the Celica in front was already kind of hitting on the brakes. It's like, that's a little bit early, don't you think? Like, it's not gonna help you make the corner any better. If anything, it's just gonna make you come in it slower. Okay, I think I hugged that way too much. Although I did brush off enough speed to kind of get through here relatively well. So there is that. That's the one advantage I can... In fact, this is going to be a better lap than my qualifying lap. 58.9 from a standing start. I mean, there was that bump from the Celica behind me at the start, but that's about it. It's funny, because that was now the fastest lap around here that's listed for this, and that was a standing start lap. Oh, shit. Accidentally bumped into that. So I guess this one is... Yeah, I probably put more into this card than I really needed to, but hey, I'm the kind of person who likes to make my wins either feel ridiculous or be competitive. And in some cases, there's always that weird medium. And it's in cases like this, sometimes it's hard to tell just how much you need to be putting into the car. I'd like to get out of the sand, please. Thank you. I didn't want to go into the sand pit today. I didn't want to go to the beach. And no, not the HG beach before you ask. That's its own island, I think. 444. Nice. I don't know, I'm kind of rambling a lot. I guess it kind of what happens with a lot of like my videos is like I just like to kind of have like random tangents or talk about stuff that like out of nowhere. And I think I just do that a lot because otherwise I feel like I'm not really saying much during the video. And it's like in terms of Let's Play, I feel like if you're gonna be someone who does commentary for their Let's Plays, you gotta at least be able to speak every now and then. And I feel like if I'm not doing that enough, there's this kind of feeling of I'm not doing a good enough job for an entertaining video to be entertaining. Like people will just be like, oh, if I really wanted to watch this, I'd probably just go find some footage of someone just regularly playing through it. And with LPs, I feel like you have to kind of have that fine line between your actual ability and also like the amount of like you can be entertaining or people find your talking and how you kind of approach yourself kind of interesting to come towards. But that's just my view of things. Anyways, another win here, 3,000 for winning, $1,000 chain bonus, and another 22,500 just from sponsors. So, last track here is Snowy Mountain Reverse. It's kind of interesting though. It's like this has been a championship with 3 races where every track can be done in about under a minute with this kind of car. Actually just kind of curious to see how much it would spin the wheels there. I could have probably gotten just a little bit more out of first gear there, but I don't think there would have been too much more after that, personally. Kind of cut there a little bit. Actually, kind of worked out fairly okay. Yeah, the line there is kind of shitty, but it's fine. Don't worry about it. Just pretend it was intended to be like that. I ended up losing a bit of speed through there. Nothing too terrible though, so you know. But anyways, it doesn't matter because here comes the really fast section. Oh, okay. We're fine. I think we're gonna absolutely kill this fastest lap though. Like oh my god, by almost 11 seconds. How far ahead am I in first place to start? Whew! Holy shit! 12.5 seconds, almost 12.5 seconds. That is mental. Actually, that is 12.5 close to 12.5 seconds. What am I saying? Geez, like fucking hell, that's ridiculous. Anyways, that just makes it easier for the next part of the race here, for the actual race. Yeah, I couldn't really think of a more wittier thing to say there, I suppose. Whatever. All that I know is that it's gonna probably be an absolute, like, thrashing. And I've been bumped again. Bumped again, in fact. 2 bumps. The double bump. That's gonna help for speedrunning. Wait a minute, I'm not even speedrunning this. Actually, that's an interesting point. This is a game that probably could be speedrunned, thinking about it. Because I think, really, with this game, it's probably just doing those official races. The main ones are probably really the only ones that count towards, like, proper, like, any kind of proper progression, I would have it, I guess. You know. We're coming through there, okay. Ah, nice. That was kind of a better way to tackle that, I would say. Oh, get off there. Okay, we're fine. Jesus Christ, a sub 53 on a standing start lap. That's the key of the double bump, I would say. Probably more reasons than just the double bump. Is it like it's kind of interesting. I'm kind of coining terms as I'm going along with this LP, like the double. For just people within my group just be like, oh, let's make the double bump a thing. Thunder made a new shitty meme, double bump. It's gonna be his next shitty meme since the mall. Which I don't even think the mall was a shitty meme. It's just, I guess, people, because it was popular for a little while within my group of people, they already got pretty tired of it. Which is funny, because I never got tired of it. Maybe because I thought I put a little bit more effort into it than I usually do. Even that, but then again, my sort of humor is pretty laughable, to be honest. I don't particularly think I'm very funny. I never tried to be. I just am myself in videos. So what you see is what you get, minus all the fat. Oh god, that was way more speed brushed off than I would have liked. Not that it really matters, I'm so far ahead that it's like, it isn't really gonna kill me or anything, but, still. I like speed. Okay. Coming around here. But yeah, 45.6 in a fucking Celica. That's almost comparable to the kind of times I was getting in the fucking works cars, almost. Discord, please. I'll check that after this, because this part's almost done. Haha, 666. Too bad that's not going to last, because already chain bonus, and then all the extra sponsor money. But yeah, we're going to now hit over 700,000. I don't even need to worry about looking at the points, because we already won all 3, so it doesn't really matter that much. $30,000 champion bonus, and our prize card is, ooh, it's an Evo 6. Very nice, actually. A Lancer Evolution 6 already. Still don't understand why this is an A-class car when it could fit very well with the SA class vehicles, but hey, it is what it is. I think the Impreza has the same issue too, to be fair. Wait, let's take a look. Yep, it is exactly what you think it is. It's a Lancer Evolution 6 with a hefty 280 horsepower, just with the displacement of just under 2,000 cc. So I couldn't use it in the light cup events, but I might have to definitely use this car at some point for sure. Just so long as I remind myself to, for at least, because you can be a little bit lazy. But stay tuned for the next part, where we're actually going to be tackling the official B-class events, which actually gets a bit more complicated, because the engine size displacement has to be under 1,600 cc. So yeah, some of the cars that I have been using, we're not going to be able to use those for this. So like. So like the Pulsar that I used, for example, I could use that again if I so wanted to. The Relan I could if I really wanted to, but and the Civic. Have I actually used the Civic yet? I don't think I have. That might be a pretty good. That car might be a pretty good choice. I also got the these older MX-5s, the 1.6i, the Sprinter Truno. I don't know if I'd be able to get away. Oh no. Okay, never mind then. But yeah, I think I'll probably just use the, because I don't think I've actually used this. I think this is going to be my next car for the next part. So stay tuned for that, and as always, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button and hit the subscribe button as well if you want to see content similar to this one. You can also come check me out over on Twitter, Twitch, and if you want to help support the channel, click on the Patreon link. Those are all down below in the description. I will see you all on the next one.